Hey, it's Ron, and I'm here with
Riyaz.
And Riyaz, you just joined Knowledge Tech, and so I'm getting a chance to talk to you. And the reason I'm talking to you is I wanted to hear a little bit more about migration on SharePoint projects. And maybe you could just give me a little bit of quick background. And how long have you been doing SharePoint work for?
So I've been working with SharePoint for around 7 to 8 years.
Okay.
For the last little while I have been focusing a lot on migrating content to SharePoint.
To SharePoint, okay. Now I come from a CRM world, and so migration of data from me is often migrating from a historical CRM system or migrating from databases and spreadsheets. What does migration mean in the SharePoint world?
So in the SharePoint world it's actually a combination. So a SharePoint basically is a combination of metadata, which is
Right.
your content, like Excel sheets or things like that, and is a combination of your actual physical files.
Right.
So you have an Excel sheet, and then you have a name for the Excel sheet, which consists of its metadata, like a name or like what category that Excel sheet belongs to. So migration in a SharePoint world is twofold. The information that goes along with that Excel sheet, like the name, date created, date modified, and you have the actual file, the content file.
So for the majority, in your 7 years of doing work around SharePoint, it is more or less 7, whatever, but in SharePoint focus, where are you most commonly migrating files from? From the existing file repository?
Yes, so there are actually a lot of...
So the existing file shares. And
yeah, you would have most companies have a Z drive or an N drive where you have content. A lot of sophisticated companies have ECM products like Documentum or LiveLink or Hummingbird. So yeah, content can come from any of these places.
So in its most basic scenario, from a standard Z drive where a company has a folder and a share, if a company's like, I don't know, a 25 to 50 person company with a Z drive, they probably have around how many documents? It can vary, but they probably have around, I don't know, 1,000, 5,000 documents, something like that. A few thousand documents. And in doing a typical migration of 5,000 documents, are we talking, is that a year's worth of work? Is it 1 day's worth of work? It's not a year. It's
definitely not a year. Yeah,
and it's not 1 day.
No, it's not 1 day. It really depends on how much content you want out of that. Do you really actually want to plan and take that content to SharePoint in a more structured fashion,
and add tags on each of the files, metadata, your tags, your taxonomy.
Or do you just want to take raw information, just dump it all in? Then it is a day's worth of work if you just want to take raw information and dump it all in. But if you want to plan it and then have a good implementation, have taxonomy.
Oh, okay, so your typical month and a half project, 5,000-10,000 files, month and a half.
Yeah, a month from planning all the way to
you put in a taxonomy in it, and you put it on top. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. And what tools do you use to migrate the stuff into SharePoint? Have built-in tools to do the migration?
So SharePoint does have APIs and tools that you can use. However, there are a lot of third-party tools available as well that make the whole migration process a lot simpler.
In the CRM world, we use Scribe and BizTalk all the time. Do you use Scribe and BizTalk to use?
No, there are other products in the market.
What's one of the common product names that you've used before?
I mean, I've used Metalogix has a good migration product that I've used before.
Okay.
And there are a few other. AppPoint has one as well. So there are a few products in the market.
Hey, I'd love to get a demo on Metalogix.
Yeah, we can definitely do one of the videos on that as well.
That would be cool. Okay, we should wrap it up because we're probably running a little long here.
Yeah.
But hey, this is a painting that some people in the office painted. That's a bit crazy.
Yeah. Well,
is it a bad background? I don't know. Hey, Riyaz,
very interesting.
It's very interesting. Hey, Riyaz, where can people find you on the web?
So my email address is rlakani@knowledgetech.ca. So anyone can email me.
Email you and find you there. And it's ron@juicy.com, and I'm at Knowledge Tech.